Thank you guys for taking the time to chat with me today. Super excited to
Yes.
be speaking with you.
Thanks for having us with your beautiful wallpaper.
No,
Looks
those
good.
are two paintings.
Two
Oh,
paintings.
paintings.
Yes.
Two paintings. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I want to first say congratulations on the new film.
Mhm.
Also, yes, congratulations on making your
Director.
directorial debut. Yes. So I'm curious, Boris, what was it about the script that drew you in that now was the time to make your directorial debut?
Hmm. You know, I loved. We could relate as parents to a situation like this when you have a child with special abilities. You're usually managing, dealing a lot, night and day, 24/7. And to be put in an extraordinary situation like that is an additional challenge.
Yeah,
um,
just
and then how the relationship progresses throughout the movie, from dealing with your kid, dealing with the norms of your life, and then having to step it up and really getting to know your child in these extreme circumstances, which is exactly what happens with Lila and with Ian.
for me, I was just like blown away by the reality that not just in this script, but also dealing with an incredible actor like Nick Sanchez, was that you can't just go off, you know, and these were the kind of circumstances where you would start panicking. And with a child that is extremely sensitive, or their sensory experience is very sensitive, you have to take all of that danger and still manage the moment between both of you,
Mm.
and in order to save his life, or both of your lives. That with all of this craziness, and what my husband was saying is that yes, that's how a parent is anyway, but sometimes we can just say, go upstairs, get your thing, let's go.
Mhm.
But with a child, you have that has special abilities, you have to explain it in a way that's urgent, but don't set off any triggers
Mhm.
that would paralyze them emotionally. And
There was a one scene in the room where he's getting ready to get his phone, and
I
she
had to
had to
convince him to get the phone, but
come right
also
back.
to come right back.
Mhm.
Right.
And then not set him off in a panic. That sort of balancing act, and knowing your child and what his triggers are, and then managing all of that at the same time as she was managing with her own fears and terror and all that. It was tough, and to do it in four walls. She
Mhm.
didn't have a whole, a lot of things to work with. She was in a room with four walls, so it was really fantastic what she did.
No, seriously, I felt like it was like very gentle, so much grace, just so much patience. And like you said, when you're in like that environment or that situation, your triggers are just quick to just snap. But just being that she was able to stay level-headed at all times and
And
still,
then when she finally did, that he knew how to take care of her.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
that was
That's
so beautiful.
and you
When he
know,
started counting.
Mhm.
I know.
Mhm.
So beautiful.
Mhm.
And so at this stage in your career, and this is for both of you, what do you look for when it comes to choosing roles or committing to projects?
Great question. You know, what I've learned throughout my career is that every project has a purpose, and sometimes we don't know that purpose until later, which is similar to life, really. Some experiences we go through, we don't understand until we remove 5 or 10 years, and we look back and go, "Oh, this is why that happens." And it's the same with projects for me, where you do them and you try to stay in the moment, and then later on you understand, "Ooh, this is what I learned. This is how I've grown since then." Um, and so the way I pick things is completely void of that, because I know it's going to it's going to come into place later. Um, I try to look for things that scare me a little bit and that I haven't done before, because the industry tends to put you in a box, right? They see you do a romantic comedy, and then the next 10 offers are romantic comedies. So it's really up to you to step out of that comfort zone and try to attract things that you haven't done. and work with people you haven't worked before.
And some people you have worked with before.
Well, that's an exception. I'm not going to direct another movie without her. But
Yay, I want to work forever.
yeah, but so I like the question, but it's really about stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things you haven't done before. To me.
Mhm. Nicole, is there anything you wanted to add or anything you wanted to say?
Well, no, I think he said it all. I think that he's right. And I just think that he has a whole career ahead of him, whether I'm in the movie or not. No, I'd really like to be. I think that he was built for this. I think that he was so good and he was under so much pressure. Our schedules weren't coinciding. He had to put all of my scenes, thank you Lifetime, work with Lifetime, and put all of my scenes in like a 8-day period. And we had one take, didn't have a big budget, and he was just on it. And this was the scenario that would make or break a new director.
Right.
For sure.
Everything that could possibly happen. I mean, we were shooting in Baltimore, the cicadas, 17 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
The entire production, we had the cicadas. Like we decided to shoot during the 17 years.
Next to the tree where they all met, all the cicadas of the world met on that tree right next to it.
And then there was a lightning storm.
And there was a flood.
So the electrical equipment.
And they stole the electrical equipment out of the truck.
One night,
gone. And we had an active shooter in the neighborhood and the police shut us down.
Yep.
Wait. What?
Yeah. No, not even kidding.
So all of that happened. And we already had this much time. So we had
when you
that
lost
much time.
a day, when you lose a day or 2 hours, it messes up the whole
So
thing.
in a situation like that, what you need is your lead actress to be dope, your DP to be a genius, your producer to be resourceful. So Dominique Telson and Jay Feather and Nicole Ari Parker really saved me on this movie. Without them, I couldn't have done it.
Oh, Bonnie. And the rest of that cast, Nick Sanchez, Drea DiMatteo, Monica Calhoun, Mackenzie Aston.
Incredible.
I mean,
I got lucky.
Yeah.
Really, really lucky.
It's so crazy to see the final product. Like we see the final product and we're like, this is great. But then knowing everything behind the scenes,
girl.
like, hey, what?
Wow.
Right. Wow.
This is gonna be like you're gonna have to get the DVD with the director's commentary to find out all the behind the scenes stories that went down.
Yeah.
It's insane. The stuff that I did, I had to do, and how it came out. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And this question is actually twofold. Now, as a husband and wife duo, can each of you describe like your working relationship? And also, what has helped you to be able to separate the personal from the professional aspects?
Oh, we don't separate it. We have call sheets at home every day when we wake up. We have the day divided in scenes and storylines, so we can function.
This is the breakfast scene. This is where
This is the objective. Not to kill each other.
Right.
And go to work.
This is how we scramble eggs
Man.
in America,
Yeah.
not Germany.
No, I mean the working relationship couldn't be any better to me.
Yeah, we met, we met on a set.
That's how we work. That's how we
Like 14 hours a day with each other from 5 a.m. when I had no makeup on.
Mhm.
He was grumpy, still asleep. Like our whole friendship developed in the professional setting. So we were good on that part.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then personal and professional. Our kids just made it really real very fast.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
suck the life out of you real quick.
I love, what's your daughter name, Sophie? Is she always snaps you guys?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
God.
Sophie lurking. We got to do it.
She's got a whole fan base already just based on her comments.
And her spying on us.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
And this is actually my last question for you, Nicole. We saw in the movie when things get difficult, how you were able to maintain a level head and just, protect your family, but also nurture your son along the process. So for you personally, when things get difficult, what is something that keeps you strong? Just in general.
Oh, that's such a great question.
The big G.
The big G. I I just sit still and I remember that God's got this. And I just pray and I breathe and I just reconnect and allow the situation to reveal the lesson that it has for me, and stay grateful, because life is coming at you all the time. And having a spiritual anchor is the only way to navigate it.
Yes, for sure. And I love what you said about just sitting still, because there's beauty in stillness. And I feel like a lot of times we don't recognize that. We think we always have to be busy, or just on the go to be productive. Sometimes you just need to reconnect.
And that word behave, how always, your grandma would tell you to behave, but the word behave is be, have, like be a haver, not be a doer. Be someone who has themselves, be still. And so I've always loved that word, because it means come back to all that you already have. And that helps me a lot.
Well, thank you, guys. This was great. A real treat. Congratulations again. I love how we ended it. That was beautiful. And yes,
Go to church on Monday.
Monday church.
That's right. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Bye.